The Driving Simulation Lab is a place where we can do research collaboratively between many different fields. So we have students and faculty engaged in optometry, psychology, speech and hearing, and engineering, all coming together to do different sorts of research and building on each other to make advanced research possible.
I didn't really know much about driving simulating. I just knew I wanted some sort of experience with coding and some sort of hardware development, and that is what brought me to this lab. When I first drove it, it was kind of a crazy experience because I didn't really know what to expect. I kind of always thought it was like one of those video games where you just drive the car, but it was a lot more high-tech than that, and it was a lot more realistic.
Really does a good job of simulating a real-world experience. Even when you're going straight down a normal road, you still get a normal like tremors from just driving on an uneven asphalt road. So even the smallest movements are emulated really well by this motion base. Every drive we capture audio and video, and with certain drives we also have the opportunity to capture eye tracking each driver, so we can see where they're looking at in the car, and we can determine certain metrics to say at certain times they're looking at the center stack, or they're looking at the dash, or they're looking through certain mirrors. And we can record this and play it back, so at any point in the study we can determine where and when, and also pinpoint certain reasons as to why a driver might be looking in a certain place during the car.
This is where we first test out scenarios before we put them on the main simulator. This is where most of the creative process behind developing new scenarios takes place. We had to develop alcoholic billboards versus non-alcoholic billboards, displaying alcoholic beverage advertising and non-alcoholic beverage advertising. And past studies have shown that if drivers are exposed to alcoholic images while driving, they tend to drive more aggressively. So we were actually running that study pretty recently here, and we're actually in the middle of running it right now.
Working with the RTI software has allowed us to have the flexibility that we need to do research in many different areas. Our students that we have here are able to program the simulator for different scenarios and different particular pieces of hardware that allow us to do the research that we want to do.